In real estate, data is one of the most important parts of your entire operation. Therefore, you have to utilize Skiptracing services. But the question is, there's so many of them out there, how do you know which one is the best for you? Which one is the best for LLCs, for vacant land, for multi-family homes, for single-family homes? Almost 2 years ago, I made this Skiptracing comparison video and it got over 10,000 views, and I compared 7 different Skiptracing services by providing 150 lands per service. Today in this video, I'm gonna beat that video and I'm gonna make this the best Skiptracing comparison video that's ever been made. We are going to compare 12 different Skiptracing services by providing 400 leads to every single service. Let me tell you which ones we're comparing. Best Skiptracer, Smarter Contact, REI Reply, Lead Sherpa, Launch Control, Skip Matrix, REI Skip, Skip Genie, Direct Skip, REI Simply, Batch, and Skip Force, and lastly, PropSheet. So let me jump on my computer and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do this. So as I mentioned, every single Skiptracing service is going to get 400 leads, and we're going to split that between LLCs, multifamily, single families, and land. Some of the Skiptracing services don't Skiptrace LLCs, so that's not going to count towards them. If you are enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This took me over $1,000 to make. This entire process from the beginning to the end was about 30 days. We're going to rate 4 different sections of each platform, and on top of that, we're going to provide pricing. The 4th section we're going to rate it in is ease of use, quality of data, depth of data, and customer service. So the things we're going to look for when it comes to quality of leads, we're going to look for response rate and how many actual people responded, at least the real people that will communicate with you, that you can maybe turn into something. That is the most important part of all the leads you get. All the lists were the same exact list. Let's say if I pulled same exact motivation, same exact type of properties in a very similar area, I tried to make this as equal of a competition as possible. So I'm going to jump right into the results in no particular order. Number 1, we have batch leads. Batch Skiptracing overall is pretty simple to use. They have a good platform. It's very user friendly, and let's say you've Skiptraced some properties before, so it means that you're not going to have to Skiptrace again. They're already in the system, so some of the things make it pretty straightforward and easy to use. So when it comes to ease of use, I'm going to rate this 10 out of 10. It was texted using Launch Control, and as you can see, here are the results. LLCs were not texted here, they were texted on Smarter Contact. Land was 95% delivery rate, 21% response rate, and out of that 21% response rate, we got 7 leads. 7% response rate on single family homes and 28% response rate on multifamilies. I got 0 leads out of single family homes and out of multifamily homes. Everyone was either wrong number or do not call. When it comes to batch LLCs, my response rate was about 14%, and out of that, we actually got 4 leads, which is not bad at all because you consider it's only 100 leads per list. So when it comes to quality of leads, batch gets 5 out of 10. When it comes to depth of information, you get 10 phone numbers and 3 emails, which is a lot of phone numbers. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit too much. You don't need that many, but emails is good. So I would say the amount of information you get here is a little bit above average. So I'm going to rate this 6 out of 10. When it comes to customer service, they're pretty quick. They have this little thing which you can message them here, and if you have more of an issue, it does take them about 24 hours to get back to you. So when it comes to customer service, I'm going to rate them 7 out of 10. When it comes to price for batch leads, it's actually 9 cents per Skiptrace. Compared to a lot of other Skiptracing services, it's actually pretty cheap. They used to be more expensive. I guess they lowered the price quite some. When it comes to ease of use, Skip Matrix is probably one of the easiest platforms to use out there. It's very simple. What's really cool is that if you send a list to them that is not formatted correctly, they will actually help you. They have people there that will help you to format this properly, which I really like. But when it comes to, like, let's say you Skiptraced a certain list and then you want to update that list and you don't want to pay for the same leads again, unfortunately they don't have that service. So you have to be on top of what you're Skiptracing, so you're not paying twice for something you already Skiptraced before. So because of that, I'm gonna give this 9 out of 10. When it comes to Skip Matrix, we texted land and single family and multis on Launch Control, and the LLCs were in batch. When it comes to multifamily, it was 14% response rate, and of that 14%, there was 2 leads. When it comes to single family homes, 22% response rate, and with that, we were 4 leads. When it comes to land, it's 36% response rate, and it's absolutely insane. Out of that 36% response rate, we got 6 leads. When it comes to quality of leads, I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10. Out of 400 original properties that we've texted, we've gotten 15 potential leads. When it comes to depth of information, Skip Matrix does this really good. So they provide you original subjects with person's phone numbers, then their relatives' phone numbers, a bunch of their relatives' phone numbers, then associates' phone numbers. If you're running probate list or any list that you know you may not be able to get a hold of the original person, Skip Matrix does it the best. So when it comes to depth of information with Skip Matrix, it's 10 out of 10. When it comes to customer service, they have immediate help, which is really useful. They have an AI. Say you're trying to skip trace a list, but you don't know how to upload an LLC in the system. They actually will help you. So when it comes to that, I'm gonna rate them 10 out of 10. The pricing for Skip Matrix starts all the way at 15 cents, and then it goes all the way down to 10 if you skip trace more than 100,000 properties, which obviously a lot of people are not going to do. But if you're gonna be skip tracing a solid amount, if you're gonna be skip tracing about 5,000 properties or more, it's 14 cents, which is pretty good. Next one on the list is Smarter Contact. Pretty easy to use. Unfortunately, it's not a standalone skip tracing platform, so you can't use it just for that. However, if you do text with them, the skip tracing platform is available for you. It's pretty simple to use. You can look at your back in the old files that you have skip traced, and also they will scrub it against your previous skip tracings. Therefore, I'm going to rate this a 10 out of 10 when it comes to ease of use. When it comes to quality of leads, Smarter Contact, for example, we texted multifamilies using launch control. We were 17% response rate. Out of that 17% response rate, we got 0 leads. But Smarter Contact did perform much better with land and single family homes. Single family homes with only 13% response rate, we did get 2 leads, and with land with 23% response rate, we got 5 leads. So honestly, I'm gonna rate quality of leads 6 out of 10. Customer service is pretty good. They help you right away. Sometimes when you have more technical issues, it does take some time, but overall it's not bad. So I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10. The pricing actually depends on your plan that you have with them. So it's anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents per skip trace. Next one on the list is Lead Sherpa. They have modified their skip tracing platform a lot over the last year or so. So I do like how it looks now. They actually give you tier discounts. It's not like per every trace you use, but how many total skip tracing service you've done with them. You're gonna save if you've skip traced someone before. It's really nice. So when it comes to ease of use, I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10. When it comes to quality of leads, it's very interesting result. So multifamilies, I've had 31% response rates, which is a lot for multifamilies. Multifamilies are like the most difficult list to text because they're very competitive. And with that, we got 6 leads. When it comes to single family homes, we only had 11% response rate and got 0 lead. When it comes to land, 10% response rate and 1 lead. When it comes to LLCs, we've got only 1 lead from LLCs as well. Quality of leads is surprisingly good on multifamilies and okay, not that great on the rest of it. I'm gonna give them 7 out of 10. They provide so much information, the phone numbers, the emails, the IP addresses, the relative. Not as much relative and associate info as Skip Matrix does. Honestly, I'm still want to give them a 10 out of 10 because comparing to every other platform out there, these two really stand out when it comes to depth of the information you get. When it comes to customer service, unfortunately, they don't really have like a live answer replies to your messages. It will take them about 24 hours or so to get back to you, sometimes less, sometimes more, and therefore I'm gonna rate their customer service at 6 out of 10. Their pricing, as you can see here, starts at 15 cents and goes all the way down to 9 cents per trace. Next one on the list is REI Skip. REI Skip is simple to use, very minimalistic platform. I don't think it rubs against your previous list, so that you have to be careful about. So therefore I'm gonna give you ease of use 9 out of 10. Now we're gonna go to REI Skip's results of quality of leads. For single family homes, REI Skip did 10%. Out of that 10%, we got 0 leads. For multifamilies, they did 23%. Out of that 23%, we got 1 lead. And out of the 15% land responses, we've got 2 leads. It's really not that great. So I'm gonna rate it 4 out of 10. When it comes to depth of information with REI Skip, you get their phone numbers and that's it. There's some property information, but this property information can be found on PropStream, which most likely you're using anyway. They do give you 6 phone numbers, which is a lot. It's not like just 1 or 2. So I'm gonna give this depth of information 5 out of 10. When it comes to support, they do have this thing. They have an AI, and then if the AI can't help you, then someone else will. So it's not bad. I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10. And when it comes to pricing, it's 15 cents per match for every skip trace that you do. So it's not bad. It's pretty standard. Next one we have is Direct Skip. The platform is so outdated. It's not very user friendly. So I'm gonna rate this 3 out of 10. When it comes to Direct Skip, we had to text multi on a launch control, which ended up being 11% response rate. Out of that, we had 1 lead. LLCs, we had 21% response rate and 3 leads, which I was kind of surprised though that LLCs did pretty well. Single family homes, 9.68 response rate, and with that we had 0 leads. Land was 6.9, and out of that we got 2 leads. Direct Skip performed very similar to REI Skip. However, REI Skip didn't do well on LLCs at all. There was 0. Therefore, I have to rate Direct Skip a little better, so I'm gonna put it at 5 out of 10. When it comes to depth of information, you get phone numbers and you get emails. It's better than just phone numbers, so I do like that. I'm gonna give this 6 out of 10. Direct skip, it's nice. You can chat right away. There's actually people, it's not AI replying, which I do like. However, if you do have more of an issue, it's gonna be hard to figure it out. I'm gonna give customer service 8 out of 10. When it comes to pricing, they do have a really good price. It's 10 cents per trace. The next one on the list is Skiptracing. Interface is okay. It's not bad. It does not do scrubbing against other lists, so I don't really like that. So therefore, I'm gonna rate ease of use 7 out of 10. When it comes to quality of leads, land, Skiptracing had 12.9 response rate, and out of that we had 2 leads. When it comes to multifamilies, it's 17.78 response rate, and we had 2 leads. When it comes to single family homes, it was 10.14 response rate and 3 leads. They did well in single family homes. They didn't do well in land, but overall I want to say very solid, 7 out of 10. When it comes to depth of data, Skiptracing offers you emails, phone numbers of course, and that's about it. It's above average because a lot of Skiptracing services that I've tested today didn't even offer emails, so in that regard, Skiptracing is a 6 out of 10. Customer service, it's kind of hard to get a hold of someone. You actually have to email them to get a hold of them, so I'm gonna give them 6 out of 10. When it comes to pricing, you actually have to pay $58 per month to even get access to the platform, and after you get access to the platform, it's 17 cents. In my opinion, really expensive. Okay, so the next one out there is Simply. When it comes to ease of use, I can't show you anymore, but it was so hard to find where to Skiptrace. They even have a whole video explaining how to get there. I don't know, I didn't like it, so I'm gonna give it 4 out of 10. The rest of the platform is super nice to use. I actually do like the platform. It looks really nice. When it comes to single family homes with Simply, we got 20% response rate and we got 1 lead. When it comes to multifamilies, we got 10% response rate and we got 1 lead. When it comes to land, we got 7.14% response rate and we got 1 lead. So when it comes to quality of information, you get 3 out of 10. The depth of information, 1 phone number per person and like a little bit of information. So honestly, depth of information, 2 out of 10. Customer service, they were very actually helpful, so I did like that. I didn't know how to run LLCs because every platform is a little different. Reached out to them, they got back to me pretty quick, so I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10. The Skiptracing costs 15 cents. Simply is not a Skiptracing platform. That's not what they do. They have it to offer, and in my opinion, honestly, it's not good at all. I think it's a great platform for the other things, for CRM and organization. However, when it comes to Skiptracing, not that much. Next one on the list is PropStream, my bread and butter, and I love this platform for what it does, but not for Skiptracing. It's very simple. Obviously, you go to Skiptracing and you can actually upload your list from PropStream to here. It will not save you money just because you Skiptrace a list before, so that's something you have to pay attention to. But overall, it's pretty easy to use, so I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 when it comes to ease to use. When it comes to quality of leads, single family homes, we got 5.26% response rate and we got 1 lead. When it comes to multifamilies, we had 11.76 response rate and we got 0 lead. When it comes to PropStream land, we had 27.4% response rate, and out of that we've gotten 6 leads. So I'm going to rate quality of leads 6 out of 10. 1 single family, 0 multis, but a lot of land. Just like the same thing with Simply, it's not meant to be a Skiptracing platform and it's not meant to be used like that. So when it comes to customer service, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. They're pretty good. Pricing, as you guys saw originally, is 12 cents per Skiptrace. The next one on the list is REI Reply. REI Reply ease of use is not that great in general as a platform. REI Reply uses something called Skiptrace Butler as part of their platform. It's very cheap Skiptracing. It's not particularly well done, but it's there. When it comes to ease of use, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. When it comes to quality of leads, with single family homes, we got 17% response rate, and out of that we had 2 leads. With multifamily homes, we had 11.6 response rate, and we had 2 leads. With land, we had 19.2 response rate, which is really high, and we had 4 leads. So when it comes to quality of information, I was really impressed with this. So I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. I was surprised the quality of information was actually pretty solid. When it comes to customer service, good luck getting a hold of someone. You have to call them, you can't chat them, and it's hard to even find their phone number. The customer service is not the best thing that they have to offer, but it's there. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. The price per trace, after you pay for the platform, Skiptracing is 5 cents per trace, which is really cheap. The next one on the list is Best Skiptracer. Interface on this platform is simple and easy to use. They will not scrub against your previous list, so that's not great. Overall, I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10. When it comes to quality of leads, multifamilies, we had 7.6% response rate and we had 1 lead. When it comes to single family, we have 12.68 response rate and 2 leads. And land, we only had 2.94 response rate, and out of that we had 0 leads. So when it comes to quality of leads, I'm gonna rate this a 4 out of 10. When it comes to depth of information, they do not bad. They do provide you a lot of phone numbers and emails and some property information, which is nice. They do also provide you with this thing called Polar Pick, which is like their thing. The most recent time somebody got a hold of this person, this was the phone number they used, which I think is actually pretty useful. So when it comes to depth of information, I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. When it comes to customer service, pretty straightforward. You have to fill out all the information here and they will get back to you pretty quick. So I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. When it comes to pricing, they have 3 different plans, right? There's a free plan with 20 cents per trace. There's a premium membership, it's $9 per month and 12 cents. Or if you skip tracing a lot, it makes a lot of sense to do $97 a month and 8 cents per lead. The next one on the list is Skipforce. When it comes to ease of use, there's 2 issues that I'm having with them. One of them, they don't scrub your list compared to the previous list you already skip trace. Second of all, you have to have a minimum of 300 records in order to skip trace. If you're trying to test a skip tracing service and you don't want to skip trace 300 leads right away, could be an issue. So with the ease of use, I'm going to give Skipforce 8 out of 10. So when it comes to quality of data, single family homes, we had 12% response rate and we had 1 lead. Multifamilies, we have 13% response rate and 0 leads. And land, we have 12% response rate and 1 lead as well. So honestly, they performed really bad when it comes to quality of data. So I'm going to give them a 2 out of 10. When it comes to depth of data, you just get the phone numbers and really nothing else. There's some information about the phone numbers which can be useful, but overall it's kind of short on data. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 10. When it comes to customer service, pretty straightforward. You reach out to them here, they get back to you. So I really don't have any complaints. I don't have any issues with them. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's very, very cheap comparing to a lot of different skip tracing services. So just something to keep in mind. Yes, they're cheap. Quality of data is kind of questionable. And the last one we have is launch control. They do scrub it against your other skip trace leads before, so it's very useful. So when it comes to ease of use, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's everything there that you need. It's pretty simple and good to use. When it comes to quality of leads, with single family homes, we had 14% response rate, and out of that, we had 0 leads. When it comes to land, we had 29% response rate, which is pretty solid. We had 5 leads. When it comes to multifamily, we had 21% response rate, and out of that, we had 3 leads. And when it comes to launch control LLCs, it's 6.98 response rate and we got 0 leads. So honestly, quality of leads, LLCs didn't do that well. Single family homes questionable. Multis, you got 3 leads, and land I got 5, which I'm really surprised with multis to see 3 because that's a good amount. And even though it didn't do well in single family homes, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 because I truly believe multifamilies are a more complicated list to run, and land did 5, so which is a good amount. When it comes to depth of information, it provides phone numbers and emails, a lot of phone numbers and emails. So with depth of information, I truly believe it's not bad that this much information is provided. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Customer service with launch control sometimes could be better. Honestly, I'm gonna rate it 6 out of 10 personally with their platform. And when it comes to pricing, it's actually based on whatever plan you have with them. It's between 11 cents and 15 cents per trace. Alright, so now that we have the results, let's look at the top 3 skip tracing platforms that we got from this test. In 3rd place, which was a shocker for me, comes Launch Control. Launch Control is the texting platform of my choice. However, I've never considered using it as a skip tracing platform. For a texting platform, they did a pretty good job, so I'm gonna give them that. So that was the 3rd place. And in 2nd place, we have Lead Sherpa. They've done a really good job in what they have been upgrading for the last year. It offers a lot of good perks if you're using them for skip tracing, so I do like that. I do like their depth of information. So congrats to Lead Sherpa being on 2nd place. And at 1st place, we have Skip Matrix. Okay, well, that was not a very surprise for me personally, just because when I did the ultimate test about a year and a half ago, they performed the best as well, and since then they only done upgrading. They provided more depth of information. So what I decided to do after the result of this video, I reached out to Skip Matrix and said, hey, I'm gonna be doing this video and you guys came on top. Would you like to offer any promotion? So for everyone who uses code Rauph, if you go into the website, you go into the promo code area, you put in my name, RAUPH, you'll be able to get 1 cent discount on your skip tracing. So let's say you're skip tracing 10,000 properties, you're gonna get a $100 discount. It's a good discount. You might as well use it if you're gonna skip trace anyway, and it's gonna support me and support this video that took me so long to make. Organized Excel files are hurting my brain at this point after making this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys took away something from this video. You can actually upgrade your wholesaling business and your real estate investing business and use the best skip tracing platforms out there. Subscribe to the channel, don't miss the next video, and as always, peace.